Hey guys, so I'm just gonna make a short video explaining kind of what happened at the new fertility clinic today. We went to IVF Michigan and saw Dr. Hamoud because, like most of you know, my last reproductive and endocrinologist retired in June, so we had to find a new doctor. So we ended up with IVF Michigan. Going into the appointment, we had hopes that we would be able to kind of continue the route that we were already on with our former doctor, which was just things like Femara and Clomid and trigger injections, and that we would be able to achieve pregnancy that way. Meeting the new doctor, he seemed nice enough, but in our appointment we sat down and he kind of asked us what our hopes were to what we wanted to, obviously to have a baby, but how did we want to get there? I don't know. So I told him that IVF was like a last resort in my mind, like not even an option truly because of the cost. It's IVF is nearly $20,000 for anyone that doesn't know that. It's very expensive, and most insurances don't cover any of it. So that's 20 grand out of pocket. So at this point, he had already reviewed my chart and Michael's chart and had, a basic knowledge of where we were coming from and the issues at hand. So he let me go ahead and give that whole speech about, not wanting to do IVF, yada yada. When I was done with that, he blatantly told us that he thinks that IVF is the only thing that is going to work, based on our male factor and fertility. I was not prepared to hear that. So, I kind of talked him into trying another procedure, which is artificial insemination, also called IUI, which is intrauterine insemination, which is kind of the step you would take before IVF. The cost is significantly less. IVF Michigan charges $600 per IUI, compared to, $16,000, $17,000 that it is for IVF. So yeah, but he agreed to do 2 cycles of IUI, even though he feels like it's not gonna work. So yeah. What else? So the next steps for us is that they want, oh, why my camera is out of focus? There we go. I kind of said how our former doctor didn't perform any tests on me, like the HSG, which is where they inject dye up into your uterus and monitor it to make sure that your fallopian tubes and everything like that are open. There's no obstructions, no reason why you wouldn't be able to get pregnant. I've heard so many women talk about that procedure, but I was never given that procedure. We never talked about it. So I'm just wondering, so I brought that up, and he kind of was like, there's, in your medical history, there's no reason why you should have any issues. He's like, why are you questioning it? And I told him that, Michael has a son. Michael's had a child. He has Joseph. So, and I've never been pregnant. So, the odds look like, something's wrong with me. But he seems very convinced, very sure that it's predominantly, if not completely, male factor infertility, which would be due to Michael's Crohn's disease because of the medications that he had to take. The doctor told us that that's very, very bad for the reproductive organs. So that's that. Yeah. So where we go from here is that they're going to do some blood work on me. They're going to bring Michael back in for another semen analysis and see if he got any better. And then they're going to do the saline sonogram on me, just, I don't know, because I wanted them to see if there's any polyps or fibroids or obstructions in my uterus or my fallopian tubes, any reason why that would be keeping me from getting pregnant. So, yeah. But it was just really hard to hear that he doesn't think that anything else besides IVF is going to work, especially when, you're combated with that price tag. Of course, they give you all these options about financing and all that stuff, but I don't even know if financing is going to be an option because of our cars, our house, my student loan debt. Like, there's just so many things that I already have that I don't know if any place is going to give me a loan for $20,000. And I'm not sure that I want to do that. I don't know. Obviously, this just happened today. I have a lot to process. We have a lot to think about. Can you put a price on a child? No. But is it the best way to start a family to go into massive amount, more debt than I'm already in, with my house and my cars and my student loan debt and all of this, is that the right way to start a family, going into more debt? I don't know. But if I don't do that, I'm never going to have a family. It's a hard situation to be in. And it makes me mad that I'm even in this situation. I don't know. It's just, it seems so unfair that, some people can just have no issues, and some of the rest of us, 1 in 8, I realize I'm not alone. I'm far from alone. But some of us, it just, if I want a baby, I'm going to have to pay $20,000. Meanwhile, you know, other people are popping them out left and right like it's no big thing. Just, you know, I guess that's life, right? I don't know. It definitely tests your faith, and yeah, so that's where we're at right now. I have nothing else to say, but I'm pretty heartbroken, pretty depressed about the whole situation. Wasn't what I wanted to hear. I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for listening. Bye.